welcome back to another part of this episode. This is part 2 of the SAE talk. Enjoy as we talk about all the random stories. This is we're recording this right after we finish the other one.
Yeah,
so
'cause it was long.
So
episode.
I think the second half will basically be stories about things that went wrong.
Yep.
And other things, bedrooms, paint colors. I don't know, random stuff.
Random talk, yeah.
But enjoy. We'll get back to you after it is over, obviously, but enjoy the rest of this part.
How did you get started? That's what I'm wondering.
An accident at National Convention.
Oh, right. Right. Your mom.
No, my siblings.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so basically, I was planning on breeding them in February.
Yep.
That would be like 2 months ago February, not last
Not
February.
last February.
And my dog, okay, I have a male and a female at my house, obviously both intact, and I tell my siblings and my parents, I'm like, Morgan is in heat this coming week. Just lock her up the whole time I'm gone because I don't want this, right? Yeah. And so afterward, I find out that they let them out until they saw some weird,
Until they saw it happen.
No, until they started seeing them acting funny, right?
Okay.
Not like
that, but they were just acting weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they locked him in. Apparently, that didn't come out until until we found out she was pregnant, which was a week before she had the puppies. She had the puppies a week early, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Because it was her first teat, it makes sense. It was her first litter, it makes sense that she was early.
Yeah.
But yeah, didn't know my dog that happened. I just let's just say she was a very skinny, lean dog. And they're labs, so you see their ribs sometimes. They're outdoor animals, so they're toned, muscle toned.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw the belly going
out,
broadening, no, it just broadens. It doesn't go full out. It doesn't pop until maybe a week before.
Okay.
So when I saw it broadening, I'm like, maybe she's gaining weight. They're supposed to gain weight right before they hit about 2 years old. They're supposed to broaden a little bit. So I didn't think it was abnormal until one day the teats started, and then and you know what I mean by that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then the belly popped, and I'm like, no. Early December, I'm like.
And of course it's gonna be freezing.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you wanted to wait until February.
Mm-hmm. Because right now I'd be dealing with baby puppies when it's nice out instead of the opposite.
Yeah.
So yeah, December 22nd, I had a litter of puppies. I actually thought since they came a week early. There was hardly any signs of labor. So it happened out in her shed, which has hay and stuff down, which is not good for the puppies.
Yeah.
So I physically, I opened the door, I heard the whining, and I shut the door quick, and I'm like, oh, shit. And I'm like, this isn't supposed to be happening. I go back inside, I'm like, Mom, I need a container and some towels. And they were they were dry already. So they've been there for a couple of hours. We were gone that day.
Okay.
So I go out with the container, and it's windy and it's cold. So I go out with the container, I put them all in the container, I cover them with a towel, and I have to bring them to the shop, which is heated. And then the whole time, Morgan's jumping around, she's fine. She looks like a puppy, and she
looks like nothing happened.
Yeah, and she doesn't care less.
Okay.
And we're just going.
That'd be Mom.
Yeah. And we go in, and I have to sit in there in her whelping box because you're supposed to get them used to it the week before, which I was gonna do that day. I was actually gonna move her to the whelping box.
Okay.
But obviously that didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to bring her to the whelping box, which is in the shop, and she wouldn't stay in there. I put the puppies down in there, and I sat in there with her, and on the outside of it for maybe a solid hour. So then they could feed, because obviously they were small. They were really, really small.
Okay.
And then I went out. I went inside for maybe a couple of seconds. I come back out. She had jumped over, it's like a 2-foot wall, jumped over it, carrying all of them with her, and they were just randomly around this, like,
Oh no,
floor.
that's almost like our cat. Was it Princess? No, it was not Princess. It was Chubbs. Chubbs decided to drop. She was actively giving birth and dropped 4 kittens around their property. Just gave birth to them randomly. Just was walking around giving. Hey, I see Gibson throwing a kitten up in the air. The shock and horror in my face. It was dead, and he's
That's one
trying.
of your dogs, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's like trying to bring it back to life because apparently it's dead. Throwing it up in the air.
No,
Hey.
that's just what they do because they play with them.
Yeah, what are we doing? Hey, that's not okay.
Yeah, but anyways, they're scattered around the concrete floor.
Mhm.
It was freezing, mid-December. Actually, 22nd. So we still had Christmas to pass too.
Oh yeah.
And I'm freaking out because I'm like, you literally yelling. Oh, that was my fault. But I was yelling at my dog, and I'm like, just your maternal instincts. Where are they? Like, kick in.
Yeah.
We gotta take care of these puppies. So we literally took a gate and covered the thing with it. Like, there is a gate on top of that whelping box, so she couldn't jump out.
Okay.
And then we finally realized, like, that she wanted our attention when we came in. So she'd always, like, while mid-feeding, she'd stand up to, like, just come. It was a mess.
So not a good mom.
She wasn't the night. No.
She wasn't the best.
She wasn't the best at first.
Mhm.
But she slowly settled into it. You saw that. We saw that. And, like, there's a window right next to where the whelping box is. And you can kind of see in. We had the lamps up and everything. And we're like, she's doing okay. They started, like, gaining weight. We weighed them, like, 3-4 times a day. So we could, like, well, I think it was, like, 2 to 3 times. But anyways, to see if they were gaining weight. Only one of them was, like, kind of slow. Fed that one by hand with some milk.
Okay.
And then we also gave her some, like, extra protein because, like, she went through food like nothing. Like, she has no fat on her, so she needs extra.
Mhm.
So we did that, and they eventually got there. But it was a mess to start, and it might be a hot second before we breed them again. But
Yeah.
right now she's in heat, and we're keeping them apart. They've been apart for, like, maybe 3 weeks already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fun fact about goat milk: it's like a universal milk, so like you can use it for every single species
Oh, nice.
because of like the high fats and stuff like that. So.
Good to know.
Like some people, like I know people that sell it to like pig people, so like they can use it for moms that like have died and stuff. And
Yeah.
like at our county fair, we did like a milking competition.
Mhm.
And then all of the milk that came from that, it was donated to this lady that had like a sick foal. So she fed it with the goat's milk. So
Nice.
yeah.
But yeah, that's my experience.
It's really fun.
But yeah.
I had another question, but I forgot it. Oh, also, if you saw me smiling, like while you're saying that, I came up with the title of the episode.
Oh no, what is it?
Preterm puppies and goat milk soap.
That's terrible.
It's great.
You might want to write that down because you won't remember.
Yeah.
Um.
And then, dang it, I had a question and I forgot about it.
Well, while you're thinking, if you didn't realize, guys, this is what happens. Like Sundays after, like Sunday, the day before it comes out, there's always a text. Hey, what should we name this?
Oh yeah.
And there's a back and forth. Like, oh God, not now. Like, why did you text me right now? So like, Laura's episode, I literally called her. I'm like, hey, what do you want? I was at my family's Easter.
Oh, okay.
When you were texting, and I'm like under 3 kids as I'm getting the text. I'm like, ugh, guys, get off of me. And then I go back to the back room, call Laura. I'm like, I just need to figure this out. But yeah.
Oh, like vaccination wise, what do you give them?
We only start with the DHP shots, because that's all they need as like baby puppies. So like we had to give all 6 of DHPs, and then we only do that because once they go home, they'll have to get their second sets of vaccination, and those are more of like their like owners decide.
Okay.
Because like we personally only give our dogs like the mandatory DHP rabies type of things, because we don't need the what is it? Bordetella, which is kennel cloth.
Yep.
We don't need Bordetella because they stay out in the country. We don't do that, and then that type of thing.
Okay.
So they're like sent home. We send them home like right when they need those shots, and we basically tell them, hey, these are what is coming up for vaccinations that they could have, and here are things like just reach out to your doctor and they'll tell you what, like reach out to your vet. They'll tell you what they need, and then, well, obviously they'll tell you what we just told you they need, and then you can go from wherever to decide what they need.
Yep.
So, yeah.
And then, like, heart guard and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. And that'd be like previous too. So we personally give them the DHP. I have gotten some good grades off of that.
Oh yeah.
We've talked about that before, but
I just give them deworm when I need to, like when I absolutely need to, because if I deworm the milking does, I can't use the goat milk for 90 days.
Oh, nice.
Because it's gonna be in the milk. But other than that, I just do like CD&T, which is like a tetanus shot, I guess. It's like the equivalent of a tetanus shot to humans. So.
Yeah, deworming I also tell them about dewormer. I'm like, hey, they need this, and then me, I'm like, I give them all the facts, and then when my personal dog's not good about it whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like they're supposed to get it quarterly-ish is what we go for.
Yeah.
So yeah, I should probably deworm them again soon. My puppy I haven't been too good about. I kept one from the litter. Bro's a rat, and I call him one. Yeah, he needs a dewormer. He probably should have gotten 3 rounds already, and he hasn't.
Oh boy.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
He's doing fine. He's just as much of it as usual. So.
Aren't all dogs? Yeah, we have a Yorkie that keeps peeing in the house, and because she mistakes our green rugs for grass.
Why do you have green rugs?
You ask my parents that. I don't know.
That's a stylistic.
Of all things,
choice.
Green. Why are we choosing green? I don't know. And they're in the bathroom. Like our downstairs bathroom theme is green. The upstairs is brown.
Is it like have you seen like their older homes where it's like the seat cover's green, the rug's green, they like curtains green, and
that is our bathroom.
Oh no!
A fuzzy seat cover, it's green. No. Fuzzy seat cover, it's green. There's a rug in front of the sink. There's a rug in front of the shower, and then the shower curtain is green. The walls are green. The curtain and the walls are the same green, and the rugs and the seat cover are all the same green.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't tell.
Our old bathroom was blue.
You can't tell. That physically hurts me.
Or like even like our kitchen's theme is red. Like there's a red accent wall. All the other rooms are brown.
So there's just like each room is a color.
It's a different color, yeah. My room used to be blue. Well, my old room is blue.
My room used to be a bright purple. Like when I tell you a bright purple, I mean like when you think of purple, the color purple that pops in your head.
Okay. Like that kind of purple.
Like that ribbon color purple. It would blend in with my wall.
Okay.
It's an interesting choice. I painted it white when my mom was out the country last year.
Yeah.
I told her before, but she didn't believe me.
Yeah, my room now is white. It used to be like green, but like every foot is a different color green. So it's like a dark green, light green, dark green, light green. It used to be
had pinstripes in your room of different colors of green.
Jordan's old room was green. My old room was Iowa Hawkeye colors.
Oh.
Black and yellow, and we painted over it like when I was 6.
Please don't tell me that was pinstripes also.
One wall. Okay, so it was like the two.
We're getting so off topic.
Oh my
God. But it's okay.
It's okay. That's what a podcast is about. So unfortunately, I live in an Iowa Hawkeye.
No.
Loving house. And then.
Don't say that too loud. He's right outside.
Yeah, I should. At his desk eating his lemon ice cream. Train of thought just derailed. Hold on. Okay, walls. I'm in the top floor, so the walls are like this.
It's pitched. It's a pitched roof.
Yeah, so it's here, and then So it's here, and then a flat roof on the top.
Mm.
So it's like the two side walls were black, and then the rest of the walls were yellow.
Your ceiling was yellow, and
Yes.
your walls were black.
Yeah.
And you probably thought that was the best thing ever, too.
I hated it.
You hated it?
Because nothing went with it. I'm
You
pretty sure
were going around at 5 years old, seeing what went with your walls?
I mean, everything was Iowa Hawkeye. Like, I had an Iowa Hawkeye door hanger, so I guess. But, like, you couldn't really find bedding to go with it.
You couldn't find bedding.
To be honest, I didn't really care. I was 5.
Exactly. You just said nothing went with it, so you hated it. Is that why you painted it over?
Pretty sure I had a Paw Patrol bedding set. No. I had one of those zipper things. Like, one of those zip-up beds, because I couldn't figure out how to make my bed.
Those were, like, invented not even, like, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So
Do you remember those Snackies cups? And, like, you can have, like, it's like the cup, and then there's the dish in the top. Yeah, still have those.
Still use them, too?
No. They're in a cabinet collecting dust.
Nice.
And then I finally painted it blue when I turned 6. And then I went with a Star Wars theme. Yep.
I hate Star Wars. I hate everyone who likes it, too. Let's just say, let's go back to FFA here for a moment.
Right.
Review night. Was it a review? No. Yes, that's what it's called. But it was like our district, what are they? Interviews. That's what they are.
Oh, okay.
District interviews. After, you have to go in this room until you're, like, ready to go, right?
Huh.
He and, like, a district officer who is, like, 3 years older, and then another kid. Who was it? Was it Tucker? Is he on it now?
I think it was Tucker.
It was Tucker.
Yeah, it was Tucker.
It was Tucker.
Wait. Was it? No, because it wasn't Morgan.
It wasn't Morgan. Morgan came in later and told everyone they were basically, like, stupid.
Yeah.
Because he's so, like, apparently smart. I'm like, I haven't met him before.
Yeah.
Whatever. But yeah, they went on a rant about Star Wars for 30 minutes. It was Jacob, Tucker, me, and what's his name? What was his name?
Couldn't tell you.
He's from Audubon.
Yeah.
It starts with a D too. Daniel. Daniel
Yep, Daniel.
Tessman.
Right.
They went on a rant about Star Wars for 30 minutes. Half an hour about what Star Wars was the best.
Yeah, what Star Wars movie?
I was just sitting there shaking my head. I'm like, guys, can we just play the game? Because it was all after Game of Wavelength. And if you don't know our chapter, we're, like, into Wavelength. Like, there's some of us who can, like, pick you out right away.
Oh, yeah.
I'm almost there. Like, I basically can have everybody. I
Yeah.
have the questions. But anyways.
I don't really know what else to talk about. Because I pretty much covered everything.
We got all your soap.
Soap, dogs. Do you have any? Is the dogs just your only SE?
I train them.
Okay. Like, what does that fully entail?
Obedience and agility.
Okay.
I took him to fair the first year, which was, like, when my first dog, he's 4 now, so, like, 3 years ago. I did it, hated the person who ran it. We can get Lily on, we can beef about that, but,
Okay.
get Lily and I going, and we'll be here all night, but, so basically, I really liked training him. I just hated the whole, like, section. I don't like how, because it was, like, a 2-hour-long show.
Okay.
And we had to stay there. We couldn't leave once we got done with our first show or whatever. We had to do all 4 shows, which was, like, showmanship, obedience, and you had to do both shows at one night. So I wanted to do agility, so I had to do obedience.
Okay.
And then if I wanted to do rally, I had to do showmanship. Or if I guess it was the opposite way around for me. If I wanted to do showmanship, because Captain is built, he would look amazing showmanship. But I have to do rally, and rally sucks. Rally is like they put cards on the ground and you have to follow it. Like, walk around your dog while he stays, or sit him down, or lay him down and go around. If you know anything about my dog, he doesn't lay.
Okay.
So basically went through that. Ended up crying like 3 times during that process, because you had to go there every Sunday too. Like 3 months out,
Oh, 'cause
every
dog
Sunday you
class
had to
and you had
go
to-
and like do your classes.
Yeah, because I did that with all of my dogs.
I hate it. Wait, were you in Carol? Yeah, you were, right?
No.
No.
Crawford.
Okay, then you didn't have Tony, but name drop. Anyways,
Blur that out.
um,
Just kidding. We're not doing that.
she was really sweet to the dog. Not agreeing with some other things, but whatever. So I didn't go back, but I continued to show him, and I like had a whole redneck thing set up. Like I had a ring made out of a hula hoop and like PVC pipe type thing.
Okay.
A whole tunnel, like table, like low and high, like hurdles basically for him to jump.
Yep.
So I've been like training him. I've basically been doing obedience and like fun things with the other two dogs, but
Mhm.
Captain knows some agility. But
Okay.
otherwise, no, I just been doing training like my puppy right now, he's like 4 months. He just turned 4 months. Knows how to like fetch, bring it back, sit down, drop it in my hand, wait for me to throw it again, go get it, do the whole thing over again.
Okay, so actually, my dog just runs, grabs the ball, drops it at me, and then just barks until I throw it again. It's like I need to get him like an automatic ball throw or something because
Yeah.
tire
Karen
him out.
got one for her puppy, if you didn't know that.
And she said that she didn't want the puppy. And she's buying all these things
Yes.
for the puppy.
Speaking of that, Karen, our beloved Karen, she bought one of the puppies out of my litter, right? It took a process though, right? I'm like, Meredith's just like, oh my god, I want one so bad. And then I'm like, Karen, they're available. She's hell no, is what she said. Bleep me out if you want. I don't care. She goes, hell no. And then again, Meredith's like, oh my god, it's so cute. Is that one still available? And I'm like, no, someone's like thinking about it. But I'm like, I kind of maneuver that one around. I'm like, hey, we got a brown lab available now. And they're like, oh my god, of course, because obviously the one brown lab went back and forth between hands. But yeah, so took a while. Then Meredith came over to help wash them like like a week or two before they went home, and she took pictures and she's like, oh my god. And then Karen was like, she was sending pictures to her mom, which is Karen, and like, she's just like, Karen must have told her husband, like, your daughter's gonna come home with the dog. He's like, oh, really? Like, that wouldn't be half bad. And then she's like, oh my god, I'm losing the battle. And then I just kept nagging her, and then they finally said yes. So, and then she ended up getting an automatically thrower before they even had him home. Like, it was a week out, and she got the automatic thrower. But
Nice. So she's all prepared.
yeah.
Okay.
So I don't even know how Hachi's handling that, because if anyone knows, it's just like Hachi is. You obviously no one knows this, but I don't know if you do. But Hachi, their old dog, is like cancerous and like very old and could keel over any day now.
Okay.
So Karen was just hoping that would happen and she would have no dogs to take care of. But then they got a puppy, so yeah.
That was really great. And then they have to go through the whole puppy phase again, which is a pain in the butt.
She also like took him to a river or something, and he got like looked like he had a stroke. Like Remy looked like she had a stroke.
Oh no.
The entire face. Like I went there to drop off fruit for 4-H because Meredith was like, I'll come to town in an hour. And I'm like, it takes 10 minutes, like 20 minutes to get to your house. I'm not going to wait in town for an hour. So I drove out there. She's like, you want to see Remy? And I'm like, oh boy. And she's like, her entire face just like was dripping. I'm like, oh my god, honey. It was sad. But yeah. So it's been quite the history with my dogs and what they do. But
oh, and what's the theme for your names?
I don't think that would be. I don't think that's good to share on the air.
Adult beverages.
We have Morgan, Captain, and Royal, if that tells anybody anything. But Morgan and Captain were bought in the opposite way. So it was Captain, Morgan, and then Royal.
Okay.
Royal is the like son of Captain and Morgan combined. So yeah.
Okay.
May have to get him fixed.
Oh yeah.
But I don't want to is the thing.
Yeah, yeah. We don't have Gibson isn't fixed because we didn't want him to lose his protectiveness. I guess that's.
Yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense because my dogs are extremely protective. Like they've just started barking recently. They used to never bark, but Captain's gotten to his, like, he just hit into being adult. Like, he's 4 now.
Mhm.
So he's, like, doesn't do anything. Like, today, he was just laying on the deck the entire day. I'm like, okay.
Me too.
Morgan is the definition of a female dog.
Okay.
If everybody knows that definition, it's a common term at this point. Royal is the definition of a puppy right now, so that's what we're dealing with.
Okay. Yeah, Gibson, we have like a probably 4-foot tall fence, like connecting from our house to our garage. They're probably, I don't know, 30 feet away from each other. And like it's surrounding
I think I've actually been to your house.
probably. It's just like surrounding that general area for like the dogs, so we don't have to like, keep them on a leash or anything. Completely can jump over it, clear it.
Morgan did that as a puppy.
It's like, and he messed up his hips like so bad.
We had a fence this tall. I'm not joking.
That's like how tall it is, and
This
completely clear it.
like this was the puppy, not even a foot off the ground.
Oh my god.
We thought we had her locked in that, right? We come home one day and she's out. I'm like, did someone forget to shut the fence? I go back there. The fence is solid. Like, so I'm just wondering. I'm like, what did she do? She is 4 months old. How in the heck did she get out of this fence?
Yeah.
So I lock her in there. She barks at me like once or twice. I keep walking. I have my phone on record. I have this on. Like, I have this recording. And I keep walking out. And she jumps over that fence. She just, like, it looks like she teleports.
Oh my god.
like she jumps up, like, struggles just a tiny bit at the top and clears it. And it's just, like, the diamond shape pattern is not like it's not, like, racked or anything.
Mhm.
Up and over.
That's wild.
Which it didn't surprise us when she had the puppies that she was clearing that 2 foot after giving birth, like maybe 2 hours ago. Like, clearing it. She just hightail it out there, like, bye. And those genes got passed to Royal.
Oh, okay.
See, I picked him because he had, like, a white mark right here.
Okay.
And I just picked him because of whatever. So basically, just going about life. And I hadn't fully had, like, the gate we do on there. So it was just, like, half covered or whatever.
Yeah.
With gate. And there was just, like, this one corner. Maybe this big of a hole on that gate. Maybe, like, 6 inches wide. And I come in. They're about 3 weeks old. Eyes are just opening. Just to let you know. That's where we're at. There's 6 of them. I come in. And I'm greeted with a 3-month-old puppy at my feet. There's a gate over top of this whelping box. They're not supposed to be able to get out.
Yeah.
Guess which one it was?
Royal.
The one I'm keeping. So I put him back in there. I go back out. And then my sister goes out. She's, like, on FaceTime with her friends or something. And there's some type of recording or something. Like Snapchat. Sending a video or something. She comes out. The dogs, we put these triangles on the corner so they couldn't climb out. That puppy was right in between the 4 inches between that triangle. He was hanging on that triangle and the fence on the other side of the fence. He's 3 weeks old and climbing out of this thing. 2-foot fence. I'm like, oh god, we're gonna have problems with this one too.
Yeah.
But yeah. Since then, they've only ran away once, so.
Yeah, I don't think we've had a lot of problems with our pups. Too many.
I have my dogs are too smart at this point. Like, I'm just waiting till all of them get old and are just like Captain, just laying around.
Yeah. Just lazy.
Yeah.
Sunbathing.
Yeah, because my puppy is just learning what the boundary of a window is. I think he ran into the window once after someone opened the door, the back door, which is a sliding door, and he, ran into the house, which my mom does not do dogs in the house. That is one thing that she does not do.
Oh.
He ran inside, on the carpet. I booted the thing. I kicked him out. I'm not joking. I don't care about that dog. I kicked him out. He went flying out that door. Pretty good aim, I gotta say. 1 foot of door. I cleared that dog anyways. Um, guys, I love my dogs. They just piss me off sometimes. But yeah, he ran into the window after that because he saw me on the other side.
Yeah.
He, full
Bolt.
speed, full speed. Boom! You learned what a window was
Yeah.
real quick. That was right after I cleaned it too. It was like my mom wasn't home, and like he came full, and then she came home and yelled at me because she thought the window wasn't cleaned yet because you saw the dog slobber on it after he ran into it. Yeah,
Okay.
it's been a life.
Yeah. Yeah, I just have goats jumping out of pens and late night rendezvous happen and we have babies. Like, dude, really had to happen.
Nice.
Now we keep the bucks on the way far side of the property so they
all the
can't
way
happen.
over. So if
Yeah.
that does happen, there was something happening.
Something went wrong. Like seriously went wrong.
There was an intent on getting out.
Yeah.
That's insane.
They're just something else.
Yeah.
I think that's everything.
I think it is.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Ag Leaders on Air. We hope you enjoyed today's conversation and our side of the agricultural world. If you have any questions, be sure to get in touch with us. Feel free to email us at agleadersonairpodcast@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Just search up Ag Leaders on Air.
Should pop up.
It's the first one that'll be there.
If it doesn't, well, that's just because we don't have enough followers for it to come onto you. But yeah, that's the problem for another time.
And then make sure you follow us there to stay up on any future updates on episodes and some behind-the-scenes content. Until next time, keep leading the way in agriculture. Have a great rest of your day.
Bye.